Now, let's eat from the Food City Kitchen. Value every day.
Happy to have you back for another edition of Let's Eat. And all month long during March, we are celebrating Frozen Foods Month. Who better to celebrate with than our friend Nicole, the registered dietitian with Food City. Nicole, we hear a lot about fresh, frozen. Which one's better? Which one tastes better? Which one's cheaper? In your opinion, which is really the only one that counts, what's better, fresh or frozen?
So they both have their own benefits, certainly, but I think most people tend to perceive fresh produce. You hear a lot about fresh produce as being better, but in fact, frozen can be just as nutritious when we're talking about fruits and vegetables. In fact, frozen vegetables are usually picked at their peak ripeness, so they're high quality, and then they're frozen and processed within 24 hours. They're retaining all of that nutritional value. So you've got the fiber, you've got the vitamins, you've got the minerals, and then they taste great as well. What
are some of the other conveniences for frozen foods, regardless of type, over fresh?
Yeah, absolutely. So looking for meals, we want to really be considerate of the amount of sodium because it preserves the food. Certainly, it makes it taste better too. So when you were talking about meals, looking for something that is less than 600 milligrams. And when we're talking about fruits and vegetables, really there should be nothing added to it. You just want to look for the only ingredient as being the fruit that you're purchasing, without added sugar, without added salt and sauces.
And the versatility on frozen foods as opposed to fresh, when you're cooking and it's only a small part of the bigger meal plan, you seem to have a lot more flexibility.
You can do a ton of things, and they tend to be quicker cooking too. So a lot of people think of smoothies, of course, and stir fries because you can just throw them in, but adding them to pasta dishes, I love doing that with frozen spinach, frozen pearl onions even, but there are a ton of different opportunities. Even if you want to throw them in the microwave first and then maybe absorbing some of the moisture that is lost through that cooking process, adding them to your favorite meals.
Do you have a recipe or two outlined here that you can share with us that highlights frozen over fresh?
Yes, absolutely. So again, a stir fry is great. An orange chicken. So finding some orange marmalade or even a pre-made sauce that's a little bit lower in sodium. I always recommend looking for the Pick Well tags, heart healthy tags in Food City when selecting those, and then pairing them with maybe a little bit of the Tyson frozen chicken strips and some broccoli and carrots.
And you got to remember, when you're dealing with frozen foods like this, you don't have to prep them like you do the fresh. And a lot of times there's 2 or 3 steps you have to take with the fresh foods before you can start getting into the cooking. Not the case with frozen.
100%. It's very quick cooking. I think another benefit of frozen over fresh foods is it cuts down on food waste. I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to buy a ton, when I'm, especially in the early months in the year, trying to make some changes, eat more fruits and vegetables, I want to fill my cart with fresh produce, but I can't use that as quickly. Frozen is going to last for months.
If one of your best friends were to call you right now and say, you got 30 seconds to give me a great recipe using frozen instead of fresh, what would you tell them?
I would say stir fry is the way to go. It can be prepared in probably 15 minutes or less.
You can find out more about these recipes anytime from anywhere at foodcity.com. I'm Chip Chapman. We'll see you next time on Let's Eat.
Now, let's eat from the Food City Kitchen. Value